All right, y'all, what's going on? Dang, I just saw some people come in, man. Dang. I was gonna come on at 8:45, but I was just taking care of some business. What's going on, Robert? I see Robert Henry in the building, Marcus in the building. People already waiting. Dang, sorry. Cedric C, what's going on? BJ in the house. So yeah, man. I'm just chilling today, man. I just got off of BJ's show, but I pretty much just got an open mat, like it says, WMMA open mat, just some open conversation. Whatever y'all want to talk about, I'll talk about today, man. Of course, I want to talk about Spence Garcia. For my boxing fans, I don't know if y'all are big boxing fans ready for this fight, but this Errol Spence, man, versus Danny, this is a big fight. I just did a prediction video I got to upload for that, but I want to talk a little bit about that, man. My man's coming off a car accident. He back in the mix. Stamina MC, what's going on? So yeah, man, just giving a few minutes here to get started. But yeah, like I said, pretty much open mat. Whatever y'all want to talk about. I'm gonna jump back on the Taylor versus Montana a little bit over here on my channel as well. Me and BJ, we talked about that fight. Yeah, Marcus says Spence got this. Yeah, gotta ride with Spence on this one, man. Definitely ride with my man. All right, got 6 people in there. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up as well. Just make sure y'all hit the thumbs up on there. See, I got 7 people coming in now. Uh-oh, Marcus said Heather Jill Clark with the comeback. Is she coming back, man? Wow. I actually follow her on Instagram, but I didn't really see anything about fights, man. She really coming back? Wow, I didn't even know she was 40 now. Damn. I thought she was younger than me. So yeah, y'all, all y'all coming in. Just want to do a little WMMA talk about whatever. I mean, we can talk the Taylor Santos and Montana fight, Jillian Robertson versus Andrea Lee. So it's open mat. Cedric C said, why don't we get a lot of women's fights on these fight night cards? I think one of the reasons right now is, just don't have a lot of active women, during this pandemic. But at the same time, men are still, I don't know if I can even call men casual fans of WMMA. Like, men don't really get excited about some of these women fights like we do, So it's not going to be like it's not going to be like a flood of women's fights. They're going to kind of sprinkle them here and there. They just like to put some here and there because they don't want to upset the male fan base. Like, I watched some cards with just some casual fans before, and like they just be talking during the women's fights. I'd be like, yo, y'all shut up, man. I'm trying to watch this fight. Some of these dudes won't even shut up while I'm trying to watch the fights. That's why the majority of the time I watch fights alone, really. Like, I don't have fight parties. I just watch fights alone. Because people will not shut up when I'm trying to watch a fight. That's the only time you'll really see me get a little pissed. Like, people won't shut up, especially like when the women are fighting. When women are fighting, they just be talking, like looking at the women, and they be saying crazy stuff, or yeah, like they won't even take time to learn like Valentina's name if she's fighting, or Wmma's name. So it gets a little annoying. So yeah, with that being said, men are still not really up to speed on the women as far as in combat sports. Like, it's going to be a while. Like, you think it's there, but it's still not there. That's why you don't see as many. you still don't see as many fights, like even on the main card. Like, man, like when you see like 4 strawweight fights or 4 flyweight fights on the card, you'd be like, wow, I didn't even know they would do that sometimes. Like that's exciting news to us. Jessica Rose Clark got a 4-fight contract after her injury. Stamina said the company doesn't think they're good business. Yeah, I don't even know that they're wrong right now. Yeah, it's like I said, like it's not necessarily that, feeling like they're wrong. Like it's like I said, the majority of the fan base is men, and like even the men, like I said, I watch fights with, they really don't want to take the time to learn these fighters' names. And women, they don't want to take them seriously, so they're just kind of going by what they want. So they'll sprinkle a woman fight here on the prelims, sprinkle one here on the main card, and that's it. Like I would like to see more, but yeah, all in all, it's sad. I don't really think it is good business for them. That's what they see, because that's what their viewers don't want. Roger checking in. What's going on? Roger in the building. Gary Baldwin in the building. Gary Baldwin, return of Alexis Davis. Yeah. Surprisingly, she's returning to 135 against Sabina Mazo, who's also a flyweight, coming in at 135. I think that's kind of unusual. I mean, if they want to go back to bantamweight, then so be it. But I thought they would both be competing at flyweight. That would have been interesting. I think Alexis Davis, that fight's going to come down to experience and volume versus Sabina's timing and power. Yep. Got 10 people in there. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up. Yeah, but I would think, I don't know, was Alexis Davis having trouble making that weight? Was he having trouble making that weight or something? That is weird. Robert Henry said, playing a mobile game on my phone and listening to the show on my tablet, so my responses will be so for another 20 minutes or so, but I'm listening the whole time. Oh yeah, no problem. Cedric says, annoying as hell. We have every confidence you'll make up for lost time. It's all good. Oh yeah. Robert Henry, also, honestly, I don't like watching any type of sports with any people. They had to tend to ignore the sport and just be a little emotional beyond the event itself. The only people that I might, like, well, I'm just like a big boxing fan and MMA fan. So yeah, when I'm watching fights, I don't have fight parties, man. I'm just watching it alone, so I can really watch the fight. Stamets, I think it's that Rona weight matchup. At least I will until either of them tell us otherwise. Yeah. And I was talking to Josette Cotton. Shout out to Josette Cotton. She's trying to get that rematch with Kayla Harrison, just so y'all know. Like, well, she posted on her IG, so she's putting it out there, and I put it on my IG as well. Josette Cotton wants that Kayla Harrison rematch. She wants to try to line up a fight with her December 18th. She was trying to set up, Kayla Harrison was trying to set up something for Titan FC, and she wanted to fight a catchweight fight at 150. So Josette Cotton reached out to her. Well, I don't know if she reached out to her, but she called her out, said she wanted that rematch. So I said, yeah, I'm riding with you, Josette. And, I said I'd get her on to do an interview with her, and she said, cool. So if that fight happens, Josette Cotton, she'll jump on and do an interview with me. Josette Cotton, the head buster, boy. And I would love to see her pull off the upset, man. And can she? I think she could. Just have to make sure she's ready for the fight. So hopefully if I get her on, we can kind of talk about it and just kind of see where she feels like Kayla Harrison's status is really at. So if that rematch happens, which is in a few weeks, I hope that she's trained right and ready for it. So we'll talk. If I get her on, if the fight happens, I'll get her on. We'll talk. We'll see. Make sure she's ready for the fight. Yeah, I think the connection's messing up. I don't know. Hold on, I'll be right back. Damn. All right. Let me see. Is it back now? All right. Yeah, I think I'm back. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So going back up here, Marcus said Kayla wants to fight Clarissa. Man, I mean that's crazy. That's unreal. She need to leave that alone. Gary Baldwin said, speaking of commentary, UFC gave Laura Sanko a chance. Oh, is being a commentator? I always kind of thought she was always in the mix anyway. I thought she was kind of in the mix. Like I know she does Invicta, but I mean, is she gonna be there? Like, is she gonna be seated with? Is she gonna be seated with Joe Rogan and DC and them? We'll see how that goes. Robert said, if Kayla don't take the rematch, then you already know who just got punked. Kayla, did she really want to fight that bad? I guess she does, man. I guess she really wants this fight, apparently. Ernest Richardson said Clarissa picked Jackson Wink and was there today. Should have picked Cordero. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what she can kind of learn from Jackson Wink. I think any of those would be nice improvements for her. Yeah, but for some of y'all that are just coming in, hope everybody's doing good. Gary and Ernest, Lolita. I read that. Wait a minute. Did I miss your comment? Which one? Oh, Stammer, you talking about? Oh, you said sharing space. Sharing a space with someone not on your wavelength is not ideal. Sports, music, and food. Anything that can be improved by a social element can be mad awkward when it's not being improved. Oh, yeah. I read that, but I think the connection is broke. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy, man. Like even if people are just like on the same, if they like the same thing, sometimes that just don't make it work, man. It just don't click like that. That's why some people that say they like boxing with me and they just get to all crazy talking, like I just can't really vibe with them on it. Oh man, yeah. Yoel, I saw that. I think it was yesterday. No longer associated with the UFC. He just gone. I think he's just gone right now. I don't think he signed with anybody yet. Jackson Wink, they got one young lady that I've been talking to that she possibly might be a young prospect coming out of there. She's still training and up and coming, and needs a few more fights on her belt. But that's one fighter I can think of right now. I ain't gonna mention right now, but yeah, like there's a few in there, but I don't know if they're like top prospects. But they got somebody coming in there. Let's see. Where did Yoel go? Did he retire? Let's see. What did Stamina got here? Ariel Hawani. UFC parts ways. Oh, that was some up. Okay. Ariel Hawani is on Twitter. Yoel Romero's UFC run has come to an unexpected end. Romero and the promotion have parted ways. Sources told by ESPN. Romero's manager confirmed he's no longer under contract with the UFC. Wow. According to sources, Romero had 3 fights left on his deal. Wow, man, what happened? He still had 3 fights on his deal. What happened, man? So let's see. Romero's not fought since his decision loss to Izzy. And let's see, what else does it say? This is no doubt a very surprising move by the UFC. Yoel, despite being 43, is still a top fighter. Now that Romero is a free agent, Bellator immediately sticks out as a landing spot. Which, yeah, he's a free agent right now, so I could possibly see him going there. But I can't believe that, man. Like, I wonder if it was because of the last performance. Well, he's 1-5 in his last. He's 1-4 in his last 5 fights too. So that's probably like, I don't, I still thought he was like a fighter they would have kept, but you got worse. You had worse streaks than that before. So, damn. Yeah. He's 1-4 on a 3-fight losing streak. So, yeah, they cut him, or he just parted ways. So. He probably parted ways before they thought of cutting him. Did you watch One Championship this morning? No. I was actually asleep this morning. I got off work last night, so I was asleep, but I had to go back and look at it. Marcus, Clarissa will be on the side of Jackson Wink Gym selling Jackson Wink t-shirts. Damn. Hey, Marcus, you wrong, man. Stammer said they did it. Yeah, they did him like Liz, man. Like, they benched him for a while, and now they're getting rid of him. Like, the UFC makes some crazy, stupid choices sometimes, man. Like, your most loyal and at the same time still like physically able fighters, they just be like taking a dump on them like that, man. I don't understand that. Like Liz Carmouche, in no way would I cut her. In no way I would have cut her. It's same thing with Yoel. I wouldn't have cut him either, man. Like Yoel, even though he's on a 3-fight losing streak, he could have bounced back from that. You have fighters like Tisha Torres on a 5-fight losing streak that you keep. So, I mean, like I said, it seems like it was his choice to leave, but it was probably coming down to that. Maybe he just went on and left before they could cut him. Yeah, I still think they did Liz Carmouche wrong, though. Like, Liz is one of the fighters I would have kept in the flyweight division that would still be like effective. Like, she didn't look good against Valentina, but she would still hand out some losses, man. BJ said Clarissa gonna get beat up. Watch, they gonna put her in there with Kaufman. Man, I hope they don't put her in there with Kaufman here for a first fight. For a first fight, man, shoot, they better not put Clarissa in there with Kaufman yet. They better put her in there with a couple Uber drivers. You know what I mean? Nah, I ain't even gonna say that. I ain't gonna mess around like that. People always, because if you're a part-time fighter and you're a part-time Uber driver, hey, you just trying to make ends meet. So I ain't even gonna joke like that. Stamina said Carmouche was never going to be a fan favorite, but she was a good litmus test for the new bloods, veteran savvy, the only real fighters that only real fighters can deal with. I thought it was important she'd be there. Yeah, I would have kept her. I would have kept Liz Carmouche. She was game. She's tough. She's strong. She moved down from bantamweight too. I was like surprised the way she moved down from bantamweight because she was so solid, you know. And yeah, Lolita and BJ said they cut Cat. Yeah. Well, oh, Marcus, you know why they cut Jody Escobar. You know, hey, you know why they cut her. Gary said, what's the second best weight class in WMMA? The second best weight class? Well, to me, the best is strawweight for me. For me personally, I like strawweight a lot. Featherweight could be so much more, man, because we'd be getting knockouts and everything if they had a featherweight division like across the map, you know, across organizations. Like, but yeah, like one of the more fleshed out ones I like, yeah, atomweight's nice. But my favorite is strawweight. Used to be bantamweight. Second best, I'm gonna have to go with, for right now, I'm gonna have to go with flyweight. I like strawweight and I like flyweight a lot. Whether it's Bellator or Invicta, I like flyweight. Because flyweight, you get a lot of the girls moving up from 115, or you got a lot of girls moving down from 135. So yeah, I have to go with flyweight. Stamina and Marcus said atomweight. I like atomweight and what it could be, but I feel like that they don't really have enough like exposure or enough competition to really make it thrive. Like building the atomweight division was fun the last time, you know, which I might go back and do again, but I still feel like there's not a lot of ladies in there. Got some good ladies though, good talent, but not like a solid division that pumps blood, you know. BJ and Roger, they said flyweight. Yeah, I think flyweight was kind of really put itself on the map over the past few. UFC's has been really putting itself on the map over the past few months, but I like Bellators and I like the Invictus a lot too. So. Because even though some of the girls from strawweight move up to flyweight, strawweight still has a lot of top talent in there. They still have a lot of good fights. Robert said it seems like as strawweight was rising up, bantamweight was mostly falling off. Yeah. If the UFC gets a atomweight division, that division can have the potential of taking over the strawweight division along with putting strawweight number 2. That's a bold statement. You really think I could take over strawweight? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You think if they steal Loma Labutni away? But I don't know, man. Like I don't know if that's enough. You know, I you know, when you got like the Rose Namajunas and the Rose. Sorry, I was eating a piece of candy. When you got like fighters like Rose, Weili, and who? Damn, I was just blanking out here. Claudia, all of these fighters like them, even Claudia, like they make the strawweight division interesting, you know. I don't know if the atomweight's got enough blood to pump in there. Like I said, who you gonna get for atomweight? You gonna try to get Carla Esparza to go down? I don't know if Tisha Torres could squeeze down. Somebody made a good point the other day that or a while back they said that Tisha couldn't squeeze down because that would be a lot of muscle mass, and I think so too. Like if Tisha squeezed down to atom weight, that would probably kill her because she's just so much muscle. But yeah, like I said, I can definitely pick like 15, 20 women to go to atom weight and make it good, make it nice and exciting. At least it's that Patella, that little wrestler right there be moving. I mean, she's not like power puncher, but she be pulling out submissions behind it, from behind the back. Roger said the problem with atom weight is that it isn't yet. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely not on notice. Coach, what's going on? Coach said we need some big women fighting. We got good midgets fighting. Yeah, yeah. Like if we had a full-fledged featherweight division, if we had a nice 155-pound division, we have some of them Amazons come out that would really throw down. Them big girls that would be giving us knockouts. Stamina said, I don't think Adam can overtake strawweight. Levels are too high. 115 is a shark tank in terms of talent and skill. F-star power visibility. 150 pounds, 155 pounders can fight. High level shizzle. Yeah, all day, man. Like, atom weight's never going to take the strawweight spot. Like, the strawweights, like I said, they just got too much weight. Even if you take away two fighters, two more are going to come in. Two other strawweights are going to come in and fill that void. Gary Baldwin said atom weight has second most fighters across organization. Ernest, I kind of don't want them to create atom weight. Chicks like Kanako add some complexity to 115. Yeah, Kanako's good. Only if they have like a full-on roster to fill up. Like I don't want them to just keep stealing ladies from the strawweight division. I just want to see some ladies come in natural atom weights. Marcus said women's bantamweight division is still suffering from that Rousey curse. Man. Rousey just came through and did her thing. Was out the door. And nobody ever really picked up. Well, Nunes picked it up because Nunes picked up the belt, but and just had it ever since. But nobody ever really picked up the slack, as far as just making it competitive for Nunes. Because now Nunes is just owning it. Stamina said, I don't trust the UFC to handle 105 pounds properly. There are way too many holes in their game with the existing divisions that need attention first. Number one, yeah, that featherweight division, man. Give me that featherweight division. I'll show you how to do it. Yeah, I'll take care of that. Because without more cards per year, all the new fighters would just be sitting around waiting. Yep. Yeah, and it goes back up to what Cedric was asking earlier. Why ain't that many women's fights? Well, you're gonna have more women than you can actually put on. And after that, if a lot of the casual fans and men don't want to see the fights, then they're gonna be sitting out. Roger said, I think they can do the featherweights in a year. I hope so, man. I do hope so, like in a year. If they take, who was that? Somebody said they were gonna have a tough house in March. If they do the Ultimate Fighter again, they just need to go all out with the featherweight division again, man. For real. Like, just go ahead and do it. Oh, you think they do away with it? Wow. Damn, I could see that too. I mean, they ain't really investing in it. I mean, fighters like, to me, like fighters like Macy Chiasson, those are missed chances. They got her really killing herself to make bantamweight. I was watching her on Instagram just a few hours ago running. She's running, man. She's really trying to keep that weight off of her. Like, I wonder how long she can keep that up. So what you think, Roger? If Nunes, yeah, if Nunes leaves, so Nunes has to vacate that title for it to kind of thrive, then, huh? I think that would have been the good side of Megan Anderson winning. Even though I really wouldn't go for, I didn't think she would win, but like, if Megan was to pull out the Nunes, let me ask you this, Roger. If Nunes lost the belt to if Nunes lost the belt to Megan, would they have kept the featherweight division or made it bigger if Megan Anderson won? $145 can exist in a year. Whether it'll be something people want to watch is something else. 125 is a couple of years in and only really got bubbling in at least 6 or so months. The new tough season will be focused around the men division. Yeah, I figured that. I was just doing wishful thinking. But I don't see Megan realistically beating Amanda. No, I don't either. That's what I would say. Yeah, I don't see her beating. No. Like, if she did, then I would say they make a featherweight division. But yeah, I don't see that happening either. Ernest Richardson said Wolf versus Megan, Battle of the Amazons for the strap. Yeah, right. Danielle Wolf 1-0, challenging for a title shot. How does that sound? Not you, but how does that sound? Stammer said they definitely won't do 2 tough seasons for the same weight class in quick succession. Megan winning 145-pound gold kills the division even faster if Amanda keeps winning, in my opinion. How so? Explain that to me. I want to know your point. Stamina. Why do you feel like it would kill it faster if she won it? Roger says, so as you get farther away from that on the top side, the number of women athletes dwindle. From 128.5. Oh, Robert said I could be wrong, but given what? Gary Baldwin said Megan being the champion might inspire UFC to find more featherweights. That's what I was thinking. I was kind of thinking that too. Like, if Megan won the belt, then they might try to build a featherweight division around her and bring in more competitors. But it could do like the same thing you said for Ronda. Whenever Ronda lost the bantamweight title, the bantamweight division just kind of started going down and down and down. Stammer said because Amanda's the decorated, credible winner, fan appeal would be damned. Whatever simp appeal Megan might have doesn't strike me as a fair trade for having the greatest female of all time as champion. For real fans, no, it don't. But I guarantee you that there's going to be some simps that'll come out and support her. The same way they'll support Ronda Rousey or Kayla Harrison. They'll support them. And it ain't, it ain't a fair trade for the greatest female fighter of all time. But I think that if Megan, I wouldn't want to see Megan lose. I wouldn't want to see Nunes lose to Megan. Let's just say she retires, then they can start bringing in some more women to build that division up, that vacant title. No, not enough star power, scent power. Megan doesn't have enough star power to carry that division. Nah. Your autocorrect is killing you, Roger. I just noticed that too, man. I thought it was me. I know I'm like having brain farts right now, but Roger, your autocorrect is killing you. But it's all good. Let's see. Robert, given what type of year that it's been, it seems like Dana's just chasing a bunch of quick money fights over truly building divisions up. You never know. He may get out of the game before then. Yeah, that's what I be hearing, man. The dude might be up. He might be up out the door. And if he do, man, hey, it might be time for some new blood. You know what I mean? So I'm cool with that. Put the matchmaking into some good hands for a change now. You know what I mean? I'm not saying there's been bad matches, but yeah, there's been a lot of rust matches too, man. Megan is more marketable. Yeah, she's marketable to a certain extent, but it's going to be very hard for her just to carry it on her back. I just think it'd be interesting as competition wise, as far as bringing in other women to fight her. The UFC gets paid. The UFC gets paid the same for each pay-per-view event. ESPN pays them the same for each event. Wow, they pay them a flat rate, huh? That's what I was kind of thinking that too. Like, was that the same way it was when it was with Fox, where is it just like a contract for a flat rate? When they sign on the contract to go to ESPN, was it just like you sign on and we're just gonna give you this flat rate for each event, and they just have to settle for that? Huh? Or it wasn't the same for Fox? They didn't. Wow, I forgot about that. Yeah, Fox didn't have pay-per-view. I guess I was thinking, because Premier Boxing, they do pay-per-view events with PBC does pay-per-view events with Fox and Showtime. That's why I thought they would have did the same thing. That's why I was thinking they did the same thing with ESPN. Yeah, but I guess not. ESPN paid to have both network and pay-per-view. Got you. When they moved over there, they did network. Yeah, that's why we watch on ESPN Plus and television. Yeah, I got you. First, it was a network deal. Okay. That is why you aren't seeing obvious big fights. Yeah. It makes sense. Ernest Richardson, Andrea Lee says she's going to KO Jillian Robertson. Let's jump to that topic. What do y'all think of that statement? Andrea Lee says she's going to KO Jillian Robertson. Well, I know what BJ thinks right there. I can hear him laughing right now. Stamina said that's hilarious. Roger said, I think Jillian can easily beat Lee. Cedric C, people who call Amanda Nunes the GOAT. You retracted that statement quick, man. I was just about to read that statement. What's up with that? Why you retract that statement, Cedric? I was reading that. I was just about to read that statement, Cedric. Why you retract that, man? Ah, there you go. All right, hold on. Roger said, yeah, I said that in my past videos, Roger. Lee has went backwards since her and her husband's debacle. Yeah, she's just she's just like going down as a fighter. Like she's not improving. Gary said Jillian by murder. BJ said she hoping she will, hoping to knock out. Cedric C said Andrea Lee is sorry. Yeah, well, okay, Cedric. Okay, I'll give you that. Hold that. Hold that statement. Don't read his statement yet. We're gonna go over that statement what he said in a minute. Don't bother with his other statement yet. We'll read that one in a minute. Yeah, Andrea Lee, man, like she's stuck in the same gear. Well, I won't even say she's stuck in the same gear. She's actually going down. I feel like she's downshifting. She about to run right into a wall, man. Like hands off the wheel and everything, man. Like I just don't feel like she's making improvements. I mean, she's kind of she looked like she changed her camp up a little bit. She's been working with some new blood. She's been working with Tisha Torres and some other people, but I don't know, man. I think Jillian Robertson just got the momentum, and I think when she gets it to the ground, Jillian. That's where Jillian Robertson got hands. When Jillian Robertson get on the ground, that's where she got hands. I feel like that's where she's most effective. Stamina FC said Lee has one stoppage win on her record, and it was nearly 4 years ago. Yeah, that's crazy, ain't it? That's crazy. So she's definitely not packing the commitment to throw hard power shots. So that's out the door. We know she's not knocking Jillian out. So what else is she gonna do? Marcus said usually fighters who are on a 3-fight losing streaks are dangerous. Usually. I did say that about Andrea. I said that, she may be dangerous, maybe. Maybe. But then stamina yep. Barella looked mad dangerous in her last fight, huh? There's exceptions to it. Ostovich too. Nah, man. Marcus said, let me stop you right there. Poliana was on a 3-fight losing streak along with Shanna Dobson. I think you just got to put that person in there with the right opponent just to break that streak and build that confidence up. Because, I mean, Tisha Torres, she was on her 5-fight losing streak. I think Brianna Van Buren, it just came down to style matchup. But overall, I think, man, Jillian Robertson, she got the tools to beat Andrea Lee. I think Andrea Lee, like I said, just doesn't commit. I think she just doesn't commit enough. She should have won the Roxanne fight. She should have learned from that. Won that. She wasn't able to beat Lauren Murphy or JoJo. So nah, man, I don't see her beat Jillian. So what do y'all think about this statement? Cedric C said people who call Nunes the GOAT haven't even watched her fights. They just call her that because everyone calls her that, but I've watched most of her fights. Robert said I never got behind Jillian Robertson as much, but I will with this fight. The UFC's about to clean house. 75 fighters before Christmas. Damn. Emily and Marina, is that, what's her name? Is that Marina Moreau? Emily Whitmire beat themselves. I don't know, man. Emily, he got a lot of work to do too, man. Like, yeah, Ostovich, she definitely gonna get them scissors, man. She's getting the scissors for real. Dan has signed so many fighters off contenders that are clear that are clear out is inevitable. You think some of these chicks would buck up their ideas, man? Yeah, some of them he got rid of, man. Like some of them didn't even make it, man. I remember what was her name, Lachana Green. What was her name, Lachana Green? Then that one girl named Corinne. They were in that tough house, and they didn't even like make it. I mean, because yeah, they really weren't on that level yet. But I mean, they didn't even go to Invicta though, man. Oh, Gary, you talking about Agapova? Yeah, Agapova definitely. Yeah, she beat herself that night, boy. Yeah, Maria Agapova, she beat herself that night, man. She was, I don't know what type of approach she took against Shannon Dobson. Cedric said we not hype on Amanda fights because she needs another good opponent. Holmes destroyed Megan. I know Megan has power, but she needs technical skills. Robert said maybe he means because she beat Cyborg, and most people call it that because it and haven't even seen more of her fights, and they just agree for the sake of what other people believe. Yeah, I think that's the case with some people. Yeah, but she's done a lot. She's done a lot. She's won some and she's lost some, and she's the last one standing in bantamweight and featherweight. Well, who would you consider the GOAT, Cedric? Oh, let me see. Did you say? Did you say? Or who did you say? Let me see. They haven't really cut. Stammen said they haven't really cut many girls. Yeah, that's not a lot of women. Yeah, that ain't a lot of women. Yeah, a lot of men be getting cut though. Denise Killholtz, she actually signed on, extended her contract to Bellator. I saw that today. Yeah, Denise Killholtz, she just signed on her extension deal with the UFC, not the UFC, but with with Bellator. So that's good news. So eventually, you know that Denise Killholtz is going to be getting that title shot pretty soon. Hopefully, they just don't spread these fights out too much, man. You know, I like to see these fighters stay active. Ernest Richardson said Denise Killholtz would sleep Murphy and Roxanne. Yeah, she got the power, boy. She got that power. It's real. Cedric C said Valentina personally, but I had that she has no KO power and lost to Amanda twice. Gary Baldwin said number one is Amanda. Cedric said Valentina by far is the most skilled to me. It's not even close. Yeah, very skilled. She has a lot of skill. Said Amanda wins by striking power. She just keeps coming. She's good on the ground too, but I don't think people look at Amanda as very technical. Oh, she is technical though, man. I mean, there's a lot of grit in there too. You know, you need both of those, but I think she's very I think she's very technical. It's not in the same sense as Valentina, of course, but they bring two different types of technical skill. Like her punch selection is very nice, with the right hand, and that right hand that she throws is very technical. It's not like a home run or Hail Mary. She's really setting that right hand up. Like when she fought Chris Cyborg, somebody told me that was a lucky punch, but I was like, nah, man, she's setting that bad boy up. I was like, she was setting that right hand up to land. I mean, you got to. You can't throw no like crazy lucky punch like that against Cyborg. You got to be technical there. Gary Balder said number one is Amanda, number two is Cyborg, three is Valentina, four is Megumi Fuji. They were cutting so many people, but I don't understand like the deal with Dana White. What is he doing? Like first he cut Gina Mazzani, now he brings her back. So why are you cutting? So like picking and choosing so many you have to cut. I'm like, wow. Robert said, I love when people say Valentina has no knockout power. She don't hit the hardest, but no one, not even Amanda, wants to get caught clean by her. Yeah, Valentina has knockout power. Excuse me. Yeah, not Valentina definitely has some knockout power. It's not the same as Valentina. It's not the same as Amanda's, but it's power. It's precision and power in that shot. It comes from how she sits down on her shots, especially in the power, for kicks, she definitely has like solid kicks that can knock you out. Oh, stamina, I might have to go back and might have to take back my earlier posts. I thought of 6 more names already. Damn. Cedric, is Cyborg really that good? I haven't got into her much. She's solid, man. Like throughout the years, like I had to go back and look at some of her fights, and I said some of her fights she wins off of that power. But over the years, the more and more I looked at her, I felt like she was definitely improving. Like she really started becoming more calculated and setting up her shots and, you know, her clinch fight, her inside game. And, you know, she's really good at, what'd you say? Yeah, Lolita said likes to bum rush her opponents. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that really helps dictate her fights now. You know, a lot of people are intimidated by Cyborg, you know, which definitely takes away the technical factor of them making like a competitive fight with it. You know, some of them are so weary of the power that they don't even want to take time to get set with it, you know. So when it came down to it with Amanda, I think it was a good mix of that emotion from Chris Cyborg and that bum rushing style. And Amanda Nunes was able to be technical, unlike some of the other fighters, and she was able to land some good hard power shots in the fight in the first round. You know, she was able to take a few of Cyborg's shots and stand her ground. And when she was able to do that, she kept a clear head and was able to, you know, set up her right hand and, you know, just went from there. She really just went from there. So, you know, I give Nunes a lot of credit because a lot of people don't want to stand in there like that with Chris. Gary Baldwin said no one smart wants to be caught clean by anybody. Robert Henry Steven. Cedric C said, tired of seeing Angela Hill, to be honest. Why are you tired of Angela Hill, man? I mean, I'm not like crazy about her either, but you know, Stamina C said power is overrated. Megan Anderson has power, but what good does power do? Yeah, power is overrated, man. Like, I'm not a fan of a powerful fighter. I'm a fan of a strong fighter. There's a difference between strong and powerful. Like, power is one thing, but being strong is another. I'm a fan of a accurate puncher too, you know, precise puncher. Lolita Anderson is too slow for the top tier fighters. Marcus, as for Megan having powers, and which power isn't nothing if you can't utilize it. Yeah. Genesis, what's going on? Genesis Green, what's going on? Just having some open talk, Genesis. What's on your mind? What's something crazy in the MMA world you just can't believe right now? Robert says Shepchenko stunned Maya in that last fight with the punch and took her down. Yeah, she stunned her with the left hand. Then took her to the ground. Wendy Clear, what's going on, Wendy Clear? Wendy Clear said, I've never seen Valentina hit so hard. Yeah, she started coming on strong in that Maya fight. I think because she knew that Maya was staying in there a little too long, so she started trying to walk her down, and she was winging some hard shots. You know, there were some shots that she missed that I felt like would have knocked Maya down and out because she started coming with some pressure. Cedric C said Angela Hill's not really improving. Lolita said Amanda really gave it to Cyborg. Death from above, overhand right. She plays Cyborg like a violin. Man, it was a killer knockout, man. You know, it was one of those knockouts. I don't know, like Angela Hill, you know, she's decent. You know, I think she just need to step it up with the power, man. Like she need to sit down on them shots. Like Angela Hill can't be a points fighter because they don't give her the decisions, you know. Like Angela Hill need to start sitting down on shots. She need to either start submitting people or knocking them out because close decisions she's not gonna win. You know, they're not gonna give her a close decision. just don't see her. I just don't see them giving her a close decision, you know. What do you think, Genesis? Angela Hill. Do you see any improvements? What does Angela Hill need to improve on, Genesis? BJ said feels good to just listen. BJ said as long as we don't as long as I don't tell you how bad Miranda's gonna beat Montana, you good, right, BJ? If that takes you out of your element, then you gotta say something, right? Right now it feels good to listen. But if I start going in on Miranda, how she gonna handle Montana, I better yeah. I know that's gonna change it. That's gonna change the whole feeling. Wendy Clear said, "Why is it taking so long for Whaley versus Rose?" I don't know, man. I really don't know. Like I thought that fight was gonna happen this month, from what Dana was saying, but Whaley's ready. That's all I got to say. I might have to go in and talk about this a little bit more because Whaley looked ready. I mean, I love Rose, but I don't know where she's at right now. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't know if Rose is wanting to prolong the fight till like next year. Like, are they trying to wait till spring? Is this like a business thing where they're trying to wait? I don't know. Robert Harry said you need to see more Valentina Shepchenko highlights. I think the kicks of hers is the hardest, but a lot of people kick too. Hmm. Her kicks are hard, but I think her straight left hand is a deadly punch too. Yeah, Valentina's straight left hand is a game changer. That's why a lot of people don't want it. Like, yeah, she's a hard kicker, but you gotta look at her straight left hand. There's a lot of strength in her power or in her punch when she throws that power shot. Gary Baldwin, Angela Hill is improving, but she's too old. Is she that old? Stamina said Angela Hill is playing position. She ain't trying to be champ. She's trying to get paid. Hey, I ain't wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Genesis said she needs to sit down on her shots and be more aggressive. Exactly. Like, she can't just keep on throwing them hands out there. Like, you can't point fight like Caitlin Chikagan, unless you master it. And yeah, he said her IQ sucks sometimes. Yeah, man. IQ, Hill has a bad IQ, like Ernest Richardson said, yeah. And B just said she needs a kill switch. Right. Right. Like, she just don't go after it. Like, I'm surprised she went 3 rounds with Jessica Andrade. Like, she had her chance in that fight. And she don't have a kill switch because if she did, she would have knocked out Claudia when she dropped Claudia. I know y'all remember when she dropped Claudia. She put Claudia down with that right hand and she let her get back up, man. So yeah, she needs to release the beast. BJ. Yeah, BJ. Yeah. Marcus said, I don't know if Hill will ever develop that kill switch since we never have actually seen a glimpse of her even having one. Yeah, we haven't. Hill needs more kicks and a wider punch selection. Yeah, she kind of wings a lot of shots. She don't throw enough straight punches. Like, she throws a lot of like overhand loopy shots, but they don't pack a lot of power. She's always bouncing on her feet too, so like she's so ready to move instead of committing to a few good shots. Wendy Clear Rose said she was medically cleared for combat over a month ago. Yeah. Yeah, I know she medically cleared, but I want to know where she at mentally, ready for this fight. Ernest said Dana would literally work with Chinese government to set up a Shanghai bubble with that with that with that PI over there. Yeah. Lolita Valentina spinning back fist, spinning back elbows, spinning back kicks are unequaled in the women's division. Yeah, man, like when she's committed to throwing them, it's all about timing with her. Like you see some of these women throw like spinning back kicks, they just throwing them for show. They're not really like perfecting the timing to it. So by the time like they throw these shots, like these back fists, or back kicks, so many fighters can just get out of harm's way. But like when Valentina throws it, there's a science to it. She knows your position. And so by the time you try to get out of the way, you're in range and you're eating the end of that heel or that foot, you know. Yeah, Marcus. Alexa needs her kill switch on. Genesis said, yeah, she won that fight to me. Yeah, Angela Hill, she won that fight, man. She should have went on and knocked her out, man. Ernest Richardson, Jan Jana, and starting to bump gums at Whaley too. Yeah, she trying to get that China fight going, boy. She want to take it overseas, boy. Jan been talking. Jan's been talking, and I think that's kind of that's out of the element for some of these Asian fighters, So I want to see her be about that business. Like if Rose don't take the fight yet, Jan and Wei Lee might be the fight to happen. I'll watch that fight. Gary said it might be Gary said it might be Dana's fault that Wei Lee versus Rose hasn't happened. That's what I was thinking. Cedric C said they're giving Tisha Torres, she's on the prelim card next week. That's how much they think about Hill. Yeah, she's a commentator and everything. It seemed like they would go ahead and throw her on that main card. You know what I mean? I mean, she went from being the main event to being on the prelim. Come on, how you jump down from main event to prelim that fast? Yeah, Lolita, Valentina's back fists are lethal. Yes, yeah. The Rose fight will likely happen within the next 2 months. I hope, man. Cedric C, is it me or is Rose acting very strange recently? She's not posting as much. It's been a while since UFC 251. Maybe she's locked in on the fight. That's another hope, man. I hope so. Cedric said Vivian Araújo needs help too. Help on her skill. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, she definitely getting used room for improvement. There's some things I'd like to see in Vivian Araújo, and she's kind of worked on it in her last fight out. Said Whaley is shaky. She couldn't finish Joanna. I wouldn't say she was shaky. I won't say Whaley was shaky. Joanna's just that tough, man. Joanna's tough. Man. You just don't know. Like even people that don't like Joanna, you still got to give her credit, man. Like Joanna's tough. Joanna's not going down like that. Her head will swell up 10 times its size before she goes down. She'll float away on that head before she goes down. She's not going to be the type to just lay down. Stamina says that's being normal for Rose. Yeah. Gary said Rose has always been off. Yeah, like Rose ain't all either Rose ain't she's not gonna be like the fighter you think she's gonna be. Like she's here and she's there, man. Like when it's time to fight, you'll see her. Yeah, Genesis. JJ is still a beast. Yeah, like Cedric said Joanna ain't in her prime. Don't matter. don't matter if she's not in her prime, she's still tough, man. Like that's the thing. Like prime and tough are two different things. You could take tough to the end of your career. You could take tough to the grave, and I think she's tough, man. Oh yeah, Janice, I want to talk that right now. If y'all want to jump to Spence Garcia, I was gonna drop my prediction video for it, which I am, but yeah, you want to hear me talk about Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia? Yeah, we could talk that. So if y'all want to just chat about WMMA in the chat, y'all can. But Janice, if you want to hear me talk Spence Garcia, I'll jump to that because yeah, that's what I want to talk about. Yeah, man. First of all, man, Errol Spence, I got to give him a lot of credit. He coming back after what 14 months, 14 months off. This terrible car accident, and he coming back in here against a very legit opponent in Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia, I feel like he's one of those fighters. He's very tough, strong, durable. I think that Danny Garcia is a underrated boxer. Not the best boxer, but he is underrated. And going into this fight with Errol Spence, Genesis, I think Errol Spence, he's got this. Honestly, I think that he has all the tools to beat a guy like Danny Garcia. The thing is, though, will Errol Spence be 100%? All right. Yeah, let me go ahead and get you in here if you want to talk this boxing. Hold on. Yeah, like Errol, the only thing that a lot of us are thinking about, Errol fans like myself and hardcore fans, we want to know how is he? We want to know how is he as far as his physical well-being after a car accident. Because even before this fight, I said, man, Errol going to take Danny out. I think he would be the first guy to stop him. I don't think that Danny has the punching power that a lot of people say he has to take on a guy like to knock a guy out like Errol Spence. Hang on, Genesis. I'm gonna post it right here. You can just jump in from here. There's a link, Genesis. You can jump in right there, and then I'll delete it. But yeah, one thing I think that's a little overrated about Danny Garcia, I think, is his power. Like a lot of people say he can hit hard, he can knock you out with one shot. But if you really look at his resume, like he's never been on a knockout streak. He's never been on like a solid knockout streak like even Terence Crawford. So I really don't see him going in there with this type of power to knock Errol Spence out. I think it would only come if Errol Spence happened to be, like I said, feeling effects from the car accident. Robert Henry said, I want to see Spence complete the comeback with a win. Yeah, he's a great boxer. Yeah, he's definitely solid, man. Like, dude wants to fight everybody. He definitely wants to fight everybody. So, I got to give him credit for that. And I want to see him win this fight on Saturday. Even Danny's biggest shot to me, again, it would have to be effects from the car accident. Like Danny's biggest shot, it's not going to knock Errol out. Errol's just too big and too strong for that. Pre-car accident Errol, he wouldn't have got knocked out. Even after accident, post-fight, post-car accident, Errol's not getting knocked out. All right, just waiting on Genesis. Hold on. Robert said JJ is a fighter who I put aside my biases aside to cover on my channel. I still will occasionally clown her, but it won't deny her skills. Yeah, man, like her well-roundedness and everything Joanna does, man. I just gotta give her so much credit. I like her a lot, man. I can't lie. I like what she does. And let's see who we got in here. Miss Genesis Green. How you doing, Genesis?
Hi.
What's going on? First time guest on the
You
show.
so silly. I know. I'm gonna be on my best behavior. I promise.
That's all I ask. And I know, look, since you said you would try, look, I'll let some things slide.
I am not gonna say nothing crazy because I know that's what you're probably thinking. I'm not, but yeah, I was gonna go to the fight some more, but I have to work.
Oh,
All the LGBT people and stuff, they're already in town, so they're already in Dallas.
oh wow. Yeah, I heard. Shout out to Blue Blood. He said he's not going. Blue Blood Sports. He's not going to the fight, but he definitely watching it. But yeah, man, wow. Everybody's down there, huh?
Hmm. Yeah, they're already in Dallas, so
So let me get your thoughts on this fight. What do you think? What do you think of this matchup overall, James?
I think it's good. It was supposed to happen years ago because when Errol Spence was calling for it, with all of them, nobody wanted to step up to the plate.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
And so now, and I think where Danny Garcia and his dad was like, this will be a good fight for Danny because Errol Spence is coming out of a car wreck, so he's not gonna be 100%. That was the most ignorant shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, they need to ban him. Just get rid of that guy, man. Get him out of here. Cause
I mean, because to say you think your son gonna win because somebody been in a car wreck, and it's this gonna furthermore prove that he's not. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't.
and I like the fact that Errol put him on blast because the interviewer, what's his name, Ray Flores, he was like, people been calling you out for 2 years, Errol. So Errol's like, let me stop you right there. Nobody's called me out for 2 years. So
Mm-hmm.
Danny was like, yeah, I ain't called him out, but for like a year. So Danny had to just like bite down and admit it. That he didn't want to fight him until he saw the Sean Porter fight.
But
So,
think about every fight that Danny has had. He really hasn't had much success with top tier opponents. He
mhm.
couldn't finish Sean Porter. You got your ass whooped by Keith Thurman. I mean, what have you done? Yeah, you knocking out D level fighters, but it's not the same as an A level fighter. It's not.
And how devastating is Danny's power? Like somebody was arguing me about that because I made a video talking about his power ain't that devastating. Like, is his power that good?
I mean, probably to like an Amir Khan.
Right.
But like, think about it. Think about that fight he had with Sean Porter. He really ain't beat Sean like that. And if his power was that devastating, why he didn't drop Sean, but Errol Spence dropped Sean. So it's a different type of it's a different level of power. So I don't know. I mean, but of course anybody can knock out like a bunch of bums because that's who he was knocking out. Think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. You knock out of prime Eric Morales, then you knock out Feather Fist Paulie Malignaggi, and then you knock out Amir Khan. Like other than that, you ain't knocked nobody out at welterweight. So you can't really say that he's gonna knock this person out. I think I lost Genesis. I think her connection went bad there. But hold on, let me add you back. Oh, there you are. I got you.
But yeah, I hate StreamYard. It does not agree with me at all.
You need to get on my man BJ. He put me on it. Nah,
Oh Lord, no wonder.
just joking,
Shit.
BJ.
But yeah, but think about it. Who has Danny really beat, and how do you get beat by Keith Thurman?
Yeah, he hadn't beaten nobody at welterweight.
And I don't think his power is devastating. I think, well, from what I've seen over all of these years, it's like it's a cumulative of punches. It's not like one punch knockout. It's like if he hits you like probably 6 or 7 times in a row or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not devastating like that.
Just so you know, in the comment section, BJ, in all caps, BJ said, "I heard that, Genesis."
So what do you want to do?
Oh man, so how do you see this fight going? Like, how do you see Errol Spence doing it against Danny Garcia? You know, are you factoring in the car accident at any level?
Yeah, I am, but to me, that doesn't change nothing. It doesn't. Because some people have been through more devastating things. There are worse things than a car accident. Like losing a loved one or watching somebody you love getting killed. To me, that's more devastating than a car accident. I mean, you can be healed physically, but like emotionally and spiritually is a different thing. So his spirit isn't broken. So I don't see, you know, I don't see no type of flaw. But I feel like he probably gonna get him out of there in the 5th or the 6th because he really has something to prove. So.
I could see that happening. Like, I could see Spence stopping Danny before Danny can stop him, just because, like I said, like Danny's not used to like a consistent thumping coming at him. You know what I mean? Like if somebody coming to thump and they coming to land shots over and over.
I mean, he was in the Sean Porter fight. And think about it, his footwork is horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, analysts and fighters know. You can look at somebody, but like the average person just think his footwork is good. No, he's happy feet. He has slow feet. His footwork is horrible. He's slow as hell. He moves like he's in the Matrix. And you know I'm telling the truth.
Yes, yeah, you are. That's what I'm saying. Like Danny, like he doesn't get power off unless he's like planted. You know, if he's really planted on his feet, that's the only time he's got real knockout power. And that's going to be a problem. And think about them
inside exchanges. He is going to get his ass handed to him.
Yeah.
Fighting on the inside.
Yeah, early on. So you got it for Errol Spence by 6 or 7? All right, I can take that. That's a good call.
Just because I know in first few rounds, Danny's gonna come out different. He's not gonna be slow as he usually be, because he know he has to like. He's gonna try to piggyback and mirror off of the Sean Porter fight with Errol Spence, but where he's gonna lack is that he's not a berserker type fighter like Sean Porter. So I don't know why, you know, he thinks he's gonna be able to like get the same results.
Right.
He gonna be red in the face like a crawfish.
He wasn't at a Amir Khan fight too, so yeah, I can see that. He's coming out red. He's coming out red this fight. I can see that. I'm gonna go with a decision this time, just because I feel like Spence might want to take it in lower gear at first and then come on strong.
Yeah.
And then I think maybe like Danny's chin might hold up, but Danny's gonna feel it to where Danny's gonna respect him on in that second half. So yeah, he will be red though. I see that happen.
And I don't think they take it into account. So when they weighed in, he came in at like, I want to say 146.50. But when Spence hydrate up, because he's already too damn big to be a welterweight anyway, he's probably gonna come in at probably like 165 tomorrow. Yeah, and you know he's a devastating body puncher, so I mean, I don't know. He's gonna tear them ribs up.
I can see that. Yeah, like Danny, like he throws them knockout punches, but that they don't really like home in like on like Errol Spence's shots. You know what I mean? Like Errol, if you're going for your head, he coming for your head. If you're going to your body, he's going to your body. But whenever like Danny goes, he throwing that no look hook, and you know it's just like, okay, we know where it's going, so you can duck that.
And think about it, Combo. When he throws it, I know you know because you analyze fighters and fights. His feet never move. It's like his upper body moves, but his lower body,
Yep.
it's not. It's not all in alignment. He's not throwing his whole body into it. His upper body is moving, but his feet are just still like a mannequin. You
Right.
know.
The hips, just that hips turn.
hmm And people have the wrong notion that, like, when you're fighting somebody, that the power comes from the shoulders. That's the most ignorant thing. And I see this shit online all the time. Oh, well, yeah, it comes from the shoulders. No, dumbass. It comes from the feet.
Right.
It
Right.
comes from your footwork. If your footwork is fucked up, you're not going to be able to execute no real good power shots.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
mean, you may be heavy handed, but it doesn't start from the shoulders. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, but I hate arguing with motherfuckers that don't know what they're talking about.
It gets tiring. Like I told you, when somebody tell me that Danny hits hard, and then they want to just call me some childish names, I'm like, oh wow, okay. I'm like, I'm not even going there. Like, go back to the crib. Go back in your crib, baby.
Mhm.
Like, I don't even mess with that. But I think it's gonna be a good fight. But I want to always get your thoughts on Terence Crawford. Like, if Danny, I mean, if Errol comes into this fight and takes Danny out, you think that'll make Terence want this fight even more?
I looked at an interview that he did, and he was like, "I don't need Errol Spence. Errol Spence need me." So I'm like, "What?" Actually, you do need Errol Spence because you really ain't been doing nothing. Think about his level of competition. It's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
I honestly don't even think Errol needs Terrence, to be honest. I mean,
He really don't.
yeah, like, you're in his division. This is Spence's division. As long as Spence has the wins he does, like over, say, Danny, if he beats Thurman, if he comes back and he beats Manny, then he's good.
Mm-hmm.
And we know he's good, money wise too. I don't know what's up with Bob and Terrence. Like, I really don't know what that relationship is. Like, he's going to bat for he goes to the bat for Bob all day, man. But I don't understand.
Yep. The same way was going to bat for his slave master in Django.
Oh wow. There's no, hey, that's no lie. Hey, no lie.
Mm-hmm.
That's no lie. BJ said that's what Montana struggles with, throwing from the shoulders, but not Mackenzie Dern.
Oh no, Big Mama, she throw in her whole body. She don't give a damn.
Oh, Mackenzie Dern, yeah.
I just love her, and I just feel like she's evolving. But when she beat up ABC, that's when I knew. I was like, yeah, she's from the hood.
Yeah, ABC came in there. I picked ABC because I felt like she was going to box, but she talked a lot of trash. And then when how's the boxer get knocked out by a non-boxer though?
Because the thing is that her footwork was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Everything she did was wrong. And when Big Mama slammed her ass, that was it. And I keep reminding people, Mackenzie Dern has submitted Gabby Garcia a few times.
Yeah.
In the BJJ competition.
Yeah.
You don't think she gonna submit anybody else? What are y'all thinking?
Yeah, I saw that. Since you call her, since you know she Big Mama, what do you think? Does she need to be at 125?
Hell yeah, Big Mama really needs to be at 135.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's thunder thighs.
Yeah, somebody in the coaches chat is always calling her Milky Dern. I'm like, what?
They so dumb. And probably behind the camera they look like the Nutty Professor.
So, Genesis, let me talk to you about Clarissa. I meant to ask you this other day when you asked for a link. Clarissa going to the PFL, like, what was your first reaction?
Dumb and dumber.
Really? How come?
Yeah, because, and I really wish I can go to the Spence fight tomorrow because she's gonna be there. Because I would really love to have a heart-to-heart conversation with her and to just let her know that you're a big name fighter and you're an African American woman who is doing amazing things in sports. You don't think the white folks gonna milk you?
Mm-hmm.
And then the thing is, she signed a multiple fight deal with the PFL for a few years. It's not just next year; it's like a 2 or 3 year contract deal that she signed with them.
Damn.
You don't think they're gonna use you?
Oh wow, that's scary, man. Like I didn't know it was that.
And then you're signing that deal as if you're a black belt and you've been doing kickboxing and all this. Like, girl, you are a boxer.
Mm-hmm.
MMA is not the same. And she gonna get in there with them girls, and they're really gonna seriously hurt her because that's gonna boost their name.
Yeah. Yesterday, people in the chat were saying that they could put her in there with some scrubs, but I was like, even the scrubs in PFL, they want to try to make a name off Clarissa. So they're gonna be trying to submit her in the first round.
Even if they put her in there with who was the people that were just in that PFL tournament? Who was that? Pacheco would dust her ass. Gianna Fabian.
Yeah.
She going to sleep. Sarah McMahon. Make her cry. I mean, even the scrubs, I don't...
Oh, Sarah Kaufman too, yeah.
Yeah, all of them. They are scrubs, but you put her in there with them and they'll look like A-class fighters.
Yeah.
So I'm really scared for her because nobody is being honest with her. Even the people that's training her. Have you seen those training videos?
Oh, man. Hold that thought for me. BJ said Roberta Simon. Yeah. She going to sleep. Yeah, she would give her work. But I've been seeing the videos and
this shit is horrible.
I don't see like the level where I don't see the PFL level there yet. Like,
and everybody is lying to her, and I'm just like, I was just reading the comments. I literally went through like 2,000 or 3,000 comments just to see what everybody was saying, and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, you look amazing, and it's gonna be easy for you. You was a 2-time Olympic medal boxer. It's not the same shit. Like, why are y'all lying to her?" And she, I really honestly see her ending up like Ronda Rousey. That first loss gonna fuck her up. It is.
Yeah.
Because nobody's being honest with her.
Yeah. This ain't no game. Like, boxers just don't. Yeah, boxers don't understand. Like, you going over to MMA, like, she didn't even take the amateur route. That was a surprising one. Like, she ain't even going to no grappling tournaments. She really coming in here fresh. Somebody earlier, I think it was in the chat, there's Gary or Ernest. Somebody said she actually is linking up with Jackson Wink. Yeah, what do you think about that?
Oh Lord, she really going to sleep. And people gonna have her beat the fuck up, and it's gonna be so horrible because she's not gonna be able to come back for it. Because think about it, the wrong type of loss in MMA. It's so much damage you can sustain in MMA that you can't in boxing. Them girls can snap your arm and fuck up your nerves. They elbow you in the face, fracture your skull.
What? So like, if she was to get submitted and maybe had something broken, like that arm's never gonna be the same, right?
Hell no, it's gonna take a minute because the thing is, they're gonna really try to hurt her. Because the kudos and the exposure they would get from being the first one to fuck her up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What your first time like rolling with anybody, like what was it?
Jesus. And you know what too? And a lot of people don't even understand. I've been, before I had even started doing boxing, I was in mixed martial arts. And I was like 10. I was a 3rd-degree black belt in Taekwondo, and I did kickboxing. So to me, grappling and all of that, that's second nature to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I remember I was on one of these little, not a podcast thing, but like, even the local fighters out here, everybody's pumping her up, and somebody tagged me and something and asked me what I thought about it. And they was like, "Oh, you just hating on her because she's doing things you ain't never did." And I was like, when I got my black belt, she wasn't even fucking born. So for me to hate on another black woman's success would be beneath me, but I was being realistic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's some hard shit. It is.
Right. Yeah. I know where you coming from. It's not hating on the person. It's like looking out for them in some ways.
Yeah,
Well, not some
because
ways, all the way. You looking out for
yeah,
because you know the
and
business.
it's different, and it's like being a black woman that's involved in sports and critiquing another black woman about something that you know is potentially dangerous, and they not even ready for it. Considering I've been a part of it for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
and it's still certain things within it that I haven't mastered. So you telling me you can master all the shit that I've been doing before you was even born, and you finna have it all down for a fighting May? Girl, get your stupid ass out of here. No, no, come on now, no.
So, what was your reaction whenever she said by 2 years that she would be a black belt?
I want to know, are they giving her? Is she smoking the same crack Whitney Houston and Bobby was smoking?
Oh boy.
Because that's not possible. You might not even get your blue belt in 2 years. So how the fuck you gonna get a black belt in 2 years? See, that's what I'm saying, and nobody is being realistic. And the thing about her being a good boxer, that's cool and all, but in MMA, you being a good boxer, that's not going to transition over in MMA, because you would have to be a good striker and have your footwork right.
Mm-hmm.
And from the weak ass kicks and the 1-2 she was throwing, she is food for everybody. And I really don't want to see her just go down like that. But it's like, what can I say when, your team and everybody else is telling me, oh yeah, you gonna do good. Nobody's being real like, look, bitch, it's certain things and levels that you need to do. Grappling tournaments would be good, and wrestling tournaments, and I mean, even if you can halfway wrestle or even stop submissions, you'll be okay. But you don't even know how to do that.
Right. So, yeah, when you think about it, like Clarissa, professional boxer, Olympic gold medalist, but when you think in PFL, that just seems like out of her league. Like, why would she choose that road? I mean, you think it was just like all the people around her telling that you can beat at least even some of the scrubs in the PFL?
Of course. People in the comments, I done seen other boxers tell her stuff like that, and okay, and then when she gets seriously hurt and her ass in a coma, then the first thing everybody gonna say is, oh, well, why y'all let her do that? And y'all know she wasn't ready, because y'all pumping her up.
For somebody like her, what would be the right step for her if she wanted to eventually get there? Because like I say eventually, because she shouldn't be professional at PFL level yet. So like, where would be a good place for her to start?
The same place a lot of us started that we don't talk about. Grappling tournaments, wrestling tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you gotta start from the bottom. You can't just jump to the front of the line. That's the easiest way to get hurt.
Yeah. I think I was talking to this one fighter. She had an Invicta fight come. I can't remember which one, but she was saying when she transitioned from boxing over to grappling, she was like, I hated grappling so much, but at the same time, like, she had to bite down and humble herself, because she was like, boxing, that ain't gonna get you nothing when you on your back or when you're in there to grappling. So she was like, so if you're a boxer or whatever, she said, you just gotta leave that at the door.
Mm-hmm.
You go in there like a baby. She said, you're just a baby when you come in there.
Because think about it, even a D-level MMA fighter would throw a weak ass 1-2 and pick her ass up with a single leg or a double leg or even a judo throw. And what is she gonna do?
Yeah.
What's she gonna do? She ain't, I mean, that's still something else you have to consider too. It's not even just wrestling and judo and and it's a lot. I shouldn't mean to tell me she's gonna jump ahead of everything that a lot of us have been doing our whole lives. and just have it all mastered by May. Because that's when she gonna take her first fight, by May.
Yeah, I heard. I was like, wow, that's scary. That's really scary, because people think I'm crazy when I say, oh man, like she got it. I'm like, no, man, like I don't care how many belts you got in boxing. You are a baby when you go into mixed martial arts. Like, y'all saw what happened.
And look what happened to Heather Hardy.
Heather Hardy, yes. She took.
And you know the girl that whipped Heather Hardy is trash.
Yeah, that girl.
That ain't even a cream of the crop.
No, like what? I can't remember her name right now, but yeah, she caught her with that like leg kick and broke her nose so bad.
In 2 places.
In 2 places, yeah.
And split her forehead open and split her eye open.
Yeah, the girl that beat her just recently got submitted by that Carrie Melendez. So I was like, yeah, this girl ain't up to, she ain't up to speed on it, but that tells you where Heather was. So Stamina said that Clarissa footage that went up recently shouldn't have gone up, in my opinion. It's not awful, but it's enough to make anyone do the Birdman hand rub and say, I'll take that fight.
Hell yeah, shit. I even want to take it because I know what type of funds will come from it.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah.
And especially for somebody like me or, people that know a lot. A simple hip toss, judo slam, flying armbar, a standing rear naked choke. She going to sleep. She don't know how to defend none of that.
I'm just thinking
about. How long it took for me to even learn all of that?
Put a what's the time stamp on that? How long?
Okay, so going from taekwondo to kickboxing, it was like 8 years. And then from kickboxing to MMA, like another 6 years. And you mean to tell me she gonna know how to defend all of that in a few hours, in a few months? Girl, hell nah. I would look amazing in there against her. I would look like Amanda.
Well, she said you a damn doctor then. You been to school 8 years on it. It took 8 years. So
hell yeah.
So yeah, it's just something you can't
And then
learn.
I know judo and all of that. Kat Zingano is a friend of mine.
And Kat, like, what would Kat do to somebody like her?
Man, look, the same shit she did to Amanda.
Right.
That DDT.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like,
I'm scared for her, really.
I am too.
Honestly, and I know it sounds so harsh, but I'm really scared for her because nobody is being realistic with her. And it's scary because it's like they're setting you up to fail.
Yeah, I feel the same way because I give her props all day with the boxing career. I say she did this, she did that, but you got to know I'm being real now because I'm like actually scared for her. If she can get everything right, but that's fine. But she just needs.
I would still even give it 3. I would still even give that 3 or 4 years. And I would give that 3 or 4 years of constantly
scrubs,
rolling and wrestling. See, I wouldn't even work on striking. It would strictly be wrestling and judo and 8 hours a day, every day. You got the boxing now. And it's still 3 years of that. Grappling tournaments, that'll really humble your ass.
Oh, yeah.
Girls ain't finna play with you. Or you finna jump to the head of the line. And then you go into an organization where Kayla Harrison is held to this high esteem. So they're gonna set it up, even if they do feed her a few scrubs and some kind of way she come out winning by a decision. You don't think they're gonna set it up where her and Kayla go fight? And what you think Kayla gonna do to her?
Oh, yeah. And Kayla's not even somebody I'm impressed with right now, but I know Kayla can do some things to Clarissa,
Hell yeah.
So Kayla's looking for a fight with Titan FC December 18th at a catchweight of 150. What do you think about that?
Girl, bye. I thought you could make 145. Big muscle bound ass. She looked horrible when she fought. What was that girl?
Uh,
She just beat
oh,
up.
Courtney King. Courtney King.
Yeah, and you couldn't even submit her. Courtney King is an F level fighter.
Oh wow, you said F level? Damn.
No, I'm being honest.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
always be brutally honest and you know just be real. How you can't submit Courtney?
Right.
That
Yeah.
should have been easy.
Yeah, that should have been an easy fight for her because she was coming right for her and she wasn't trying to hit her or trying to hurt her or get her respect. So I feel like yeah, she should have walked
But think
in.
about it. Courtney did get her respect if you actually analyzed it, not as a fan, but actually as like a fighting analyst. Courtney got her respect.
Mm,
Now Courtney had some power. She knocked her dumb ass out.
right.
But Courtney got her respect.
Yeah, that's why Kayla going to Titan FC instead of Bellator right now, huh?
And she's that great white hope right now, so they're gonna keep feeding her people who they think she's gonna just be able to run through.
Stamina MC said F level. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
F
mean. I'm
level,
glad you
F
put a
level, D
stamp on it.
level.
That lets me know something.
Yeah, for real. It's pathetic. You couldn't even submit her, and then on paper everything was right for her to win, and just couldn't make it happen.
Well, look, chat. Coach Shelton Harrison just went live, so I'm gonna probably wrap up over here. I know he's gonna jump on here in a minute. Well, yeah, he's already on. That's what Stamina said. But Genesis, it's good to have you come through finally.
Of course, and as you can see, I was on my best behavior.
You were.
I can act crazy on Coach, so he don't care.
Yeah, I know you. I know you ready to. I know you ready to let that out. So you might want to go do that, right?
I'm not. I'm okay. See, look, I'm okay being, a normal journalist.
No, no, it's all good. You're
Look,
bringing the real too. I love that. So definitely come
because
back
a
whenever.
lot of people refuse to be real and be honest.
No, I like that. I like that definitely. But yeah, definitely come back whenever. Always welcome.
I sure will. It's been a pleasure.
And I'm probably gonna get back on because I want to hear your thoughts Sunday on the Spence Garcia fight.
Oh yeah, let me know. I'll be watching it tomorrow. And and see, it's different for me. Like when I watch fights, I don't watch it to like, oh, just enjoy the sport. I watch it to learn
Right.
and absorb what I'm watching. And a lot of people don't look at fights the same way. Fans will look at stuff and be like, oh, well, it looked like this person was doing this and that. And then in all actuality, if you're a fighter and you're a trainer, they ain't doing shit. They're just swinging.
Yeah.
So anybody who's active looks like they're really doing something and really doing nothing at all. So it's really a big difference.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, Miss Green, I'll see you then.
Surely will.
And again, thanks for coming through, young lady.
All righty.
All right. Later.
Bye.
All right, y'all. I see Coach is about to get on here, so I will catch y'all on a live stream maybe tomorrow, but yeah, definitely on Sunday. Make sure y'all subscribe. Go over to Coach Shelton Harrison later.